Good morning, Maya Barback. Here's the plan. Taking the forms from the final columns upstairs, taking some of what they call the sidings, which are the forms from some of the beams downstairs, and maybe pouring the concrete for the stairs, which would be, to me, pretty remarkable because I only started them 4 days ago. We shall see. There's no promises. What could possibly go wrong? Well, this is what we want to see first thing in the morning. I think it's Gringo under the green hat, now hiding behind the column, watering down the slab. Good start. This has literally just come off this side, so no cheating, no filling going in, and it looks very, very good. We'll have a look in a few minutes, or a few seconds maybe, and see what the second side looks like. Done. And I'm not sure if you can make it out. We'll try and get a little closer. Sunlight's not going to help. Very, very smooth. And stairs. More stairs. Sorry, it's been a lot of that the last couple of days, but Manny has said today after lunch they will be pouring the concrete. Clearly still some work to be done, but steps of death, I laugh at you. Your days are almost numbered. So here is where they have removed the forms, the sidings from the side of these beams. So this area across here, in fact, all the way around this particular area is already done. And it looks very good. I did spot somewhere. Where did I see it? Keep taking your dizzy pills. Hold on. Sorry about the light there. Oh, over here. We've got a very small area of slight defects in the surface, but looking pretty good. And in fact, looking around the house, here on the inside, they have removed almost all of them. Still a few to do, but they're almost all off. So I'm going to have a quick walk around and see if I can spot anything that doesn't look quite so good. And the answer is, this is the only other area I can see that has any kind of surface defect that is at all noticeable. So all of the rest they've unveiled so far look extremely good. Even this one, again, it looks to me like it's really just, I think, fairly minor surface voids. At the moment, on this lower section, they're just finishing off, basically tying all the junctions in with the steel wire. Most have been done already, but there's just a few more that they're finishing off. What I'll be interested in is to see how they finish off these forms. So do you stop the concrete running underneath those forms, or do you do something to prevent that? I will have to watch and see later on. Yes, steps of minor inconvenience. Your time is almost up. One more day. It's very nearly 11 o'clock, and I very naughtily didn't come and look at this morning. So we have effectively a full height wall now, all the way. In fact, if you go right back down to the gate, we've got a full height wall all the way. This is all unveiled today,
all the way to here. So we're getting pretty close to the basketball court. They have got the tie beam in place. They have poured most of the columns, at least down to the basketball court. So they've got the tie beam to pour, forms to put on, tie beams to pour, tops of the columns to pour with that. And then we are getting towards the end of the south wall, apart from the bit that is round the corner, the south facing bit. So there's not going to be a lot more work going on over here, not for a lot longer. A few more days would be my guess. Here we are back at the stairs. We're getting on with getting the second level going up to that second floor and getting on with completing that ahead of the pour. I'm not sure if there was much of an interruption today. We've just come out of a 1¼ hour brownout. Some places you might refer to it as a blackout, basically no power. And we are scheduled to have another one starting at 4 o'clock for another hour. I don't think there's a lot of tools that require electricity being used here anyway, so probably no significant interruption with this part of the build. And here's Richard, one of our, maybe our lead carpenter. He's still working on forms. Multitasking engineer, once again, another task. He's joined back in with the general labour crew, hauling cement. Well, I mean, most of the hauling is going on down at this end, but even up the top, you've still got to move it when it gets there. Is there no end to this man's talents? It's just after lunch, and here is the lesson for the day. Do not have a super efficient crew. Having been told this would be after lunch, they've done it. Well, they've done the bottom half. So hopefully we can catch them when we do the second leg very shortly. So looking down from above, you can see all of it is poured all the way up to the platform, and half of the platform got poured before lunch. Still pretty wet, so I would imagine no problem with the concrete that's in there bonding with what's to come. Let's just stick around for a while and see how long this takes. This is the cement mix that we're using. It's still being delivered up by the fully, unmechanized pulley system. Concrete mixer under the control of Elson produced its first load, so we're pretty close to being ready to rock here. So it begins, starting with filling up the platform. This mixture does look pretty thick to me. I imagine that's what stops it sliding all the way down, but we'll watch once they actually start on the stairs. And while they've started pouring for the landing, they're still smoothing out the steps they did just before lunch. And this was something I wasn't sure about, but they are going to vibrate this. Well, they are, shortly. There you go. Vibrating stairs. Our lead foreman and our multitasking engineer are very hands-on. It's not all about directing other people. So they've basically done the landing and they're starting from the bottom up. So first step gets the first concrete and they move, well, from what we've seen so far, then they'll just move up, filling as they go. So there is nothing basically to stop concrete
sliding down apart from the concrete below it. Because you've still got the gap underneath the forms that are here. So this is how it works. You just go up, and it is just the material below that's holding in place the next step. The concrete is poured into the next step. Nothing complicated. Oh, we're on step number 2 already, although a little bit of that is still coming through into step number 1, which is what they want, fill it up. So that's all the concrete in. A little bit more smoothing should be done.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a set of stairs. It's all done. And that means, really, only one thing. Given that I have no intention of coming back up here for the rest of the day, this is the last time I ever have to face the steps of death. Alright, steps of minor inconvenience. Tomorrow, I'm using the stairs. It's 4:30 and the south wall crew have been very busy. We've got forms for columns all the way across now the basketball court, and we have tie beam, top beam forms in place about a quarter of a way across the basketball court, all the way back down to the house. Not sure how much of that has been poured. We will find out tomorrow. Upstairs there was more work put in the cross beams and support structure around the outside of the house and a little bit on the inside of the house. These steel pipes, and that now covers more than half the upstairs perimeter. In fact, it's approaching 3/4. I didn't see a lot else going on upstairs today. Inside here, they have removed almost all of the sides of the upper beams. There's a small area over here, which is not yet done. Oh, that sunshine might kill that bit. But I think everywhere else had now all been removed. But of course, for me, this was the focus of the day. We have stairs. Tomorrow morning, I shall be trying these out for the first time. They will have set by then. And that's been done really in 4 days. In fact, probably a little bit less than 4 days, because day one they didn't do a lot. And I know it's not all about speed, but the comments that I have seen would suggest that the structure that they've used is good. Particular thanks to, once again, Graham, Kiwi Graham, Graham Cebu, Philippines, who sent me, I think, 3 separate messages, separate comments, or sent into the comments section talking about this. And basically, he's a guy that really does seem to know what he's talking about. He is a builder, and he's pretty happy with what we saw on camera yesterday. So that makes me happy. We have stairs, no more steps of death stroke minor inconvenience. So that's the end of Thursday, day 73, I believe. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I really don't know. See you then.